go ahead and let Coach Taylor talk for a comment, and then we'll take questions for our student athletes. Okay.
Thank you. Difficult to put into words. When your season ends like this and not in the manner you want it. I'm just so proud of our seniors for what they did leading this team. A team that could have given in when we were in 11th place and fought and battled, got ourselves a bye, and unfortunately, just could not get it done tonight. I thought our defense in the first half was pretty good against Buffalo, against their spread, and just trying to play with activity against the ball screens and the constant movement. The second half, we just couldn't, we didn't make all the plays we needed to make defensively, being in the right position. It seemed like every time we made a mistake defensively, they capitalized with a three or a basket, and it's hard to win when a team is clicking that well offensively.
Let's take questions for Jauwan Scaife as well as Jesse Berry.
Well, I'll just talk about that second half. I'll get away from you guys. What was going through your mind?
It kind of happened kind of fast. We were just trying to continue to guard their spread the way we did the first half. Let some guys made some mental mistakes. Let some guys get open on some shots. They got into a rhythm, and then we tried to adjust to those, and then they burned us on the backside of it as well. So we were trying to make adjustments, and we didn't make them fast enough.
How about on the offensive end? It seemed like the offense got a little stagnant there for that period, and they made their big run.
Yeah, it was just like we talked about, letting one mistake become two. So we make a mistake on defense, and then somebody may get down themselves or something like that. So that was just the main thing. We were just trying to get stops. That was the main thing, so we can get out and get easy buckets, and then be able to work in our offense and get a good rhythm.
Does it hit you as your final game, or just Pablo going through that, having such a good senior season, ending of this game?
Of course, you don't want to end on with a loss under your belt. I wanted to continue to play. It hasn't really hit me yet, but I always play every game like it's my last. So every game I lose, whether it's this one or the one 5 games ago, it always hits me pretty hard. So that's all.
Jesse, was Buffalo's defense doing anything different to you guys on your sets in the second half? Because you guys got that early cross screen of Majuk, and then it seemed like you guys got a little out of rhythm. Were they doing anything different?
I don't think that they did anything different. I think we failed to execute a couple of times, like what Jauwan said, coming down and making one mistake, making it two. Like they'll come down, make a basket, and then we're playing against half court set defense every time, and we'd much rather be out in transition, scoring easy baskets rather than going against set defense every time.
Just talk about the shot selection. It seemed like you guys kind of the panic button there about the 8-minute marker to start jacking up contested shots.
Well, I don't know about the 8-minute mark, but we were down. We were obviously down, but we took some shots that were questionable. I think I agree with that, but I think we panicked a little bit. But I don't think this team is the team that'll just go different ways, go individually. I think everybody did stay together.
Do you look at what Regan was doing in the second half and think, this guy's unconscious? What's going on?
He definitely had it going tonight. 5 for 7 from 3, and I think one of the threes he missed and rattled and went in and out. But he had it going tonight. We really didn't stick to the defensive plan that we had, and going out, and Reagan was a key in our pregame. He was one that we talked about, him and McCray, saying because Reagan hit a couple threes against us last time we played him, and they were pretty big. But he played very well tonight.
What made him so difficult to contain tonight?
He was a pick and pop 4. And the spread is definitely a tough defense or a tough offense to guard. And it doesn't help when you got a 4 popping. You gotta give some attention to him as well. And then as long as Watson, he had 1 3 tonight, but he made his team go by getting assists. He had 8 assists tonight. He played well too.
Well, talking about difficulty guarding stretch fours for you all season. Is that a recurring theme?
Oh, I mean, well, it's tough especially when you have a big like Jauwan McCray, and then you got to stretch forward. You really got to have good team defense guarding that, because if you don't, you're going to have to pick a poison, whether you're going to throw it into the post or have open shots. So anytime one person out of the 5 on defense get out of place, it can throw out of order our whole scheme, and then somebody's going to be open. And for this particular game, Reagan was the one who got into a rhythm. So that was the toughest part about guarding the spread, and we just didn't stick with it like we should have.
Was it just the communication that wasn't there tonight, or what was it?
It was a mix of a lot of things. Communication, not being in the right spots to begin with. So somebody might have been in the right spot but communicated the wrong way. So, and then it confused somebody else, and then it may have been that way. So it was a mix of a lot of things.
Jauwan, how do you how do you describe the season? Is it a success? Is it a failure? Is there any way you ended it?
Well, I believe every game, whether it was a win or loss this year, I think we all stayed together, and we all played hard. I appreciate these guys for really trying to understand how it feels to be a senior, and this could be, this really been your last year, your last game, and really just trying to play with a sense of urgency, especially towards the end there. Just really trying to play with a sense of urgency that, knowing that this could be your last game and giving it all you got. And whether we come out with a win or loss, these guys gave it all they had, and we made minimal mistakes, of course, and we didn't come out on top, but that's something I can always be proud of when I think back on this team.
Jauwan and Jesse, we'll let you get back to the locker room. We'll let Coach Taylor remain for more questions. Thank you.
Yeah, he got going early with, a 3 where we had a miscommunication, and he got just a comfortable rhythm 3, and then, he made a couple of tough ones after that were fairly well contested by Kamenicki, but he got into a great offensive rhythm and really had our defense spread out where we were chasing them all over the place. Makes it difficult, when he's making shots, and McCray, as physical as he is down low, he's a focal point of your defensive attack, and McCray was getting the offensive boards. So kind of as we're scrambling, we might have scrambled and made a play, but didn't come up with the rebound to finish the possession.
Well, Jesse talked about how Regan was obviously a focal point before the game. Were there any adjustments after the first game that you were going to try and do differently on him tonight?
Yeah, in the first half, I thought we saw it. We had a 6-point lead. We got some steals, against some of their ball screens. But like any team, they make adjustments back at you. So I thought we did a good job early on. We gave them some offensive rebounds and some post touches early, where they were able to get some points in the paint. I would have liked to have taken those away if we had done a better job in some of that ball screen defense, and maybe we're playing with a 10-point lead or 12-point lead instead of just being up 6 at halftime. The other problem that I see, was just the turnovers. We had 17 turnovers. 13 steals they had, against 3-point line and in defense. Whether some of it was nervousness or whatever, but we had done a good job of taking care of the basketball, and we knew that we've got to keep our turnover numbers down. We can't turn the ball over 17 times and expect to win. Fortunately, we went and got a bunch of offensive rebounds, get some second chance points, but we got to do a much better job, obviously, taking care of the ball.
Really love those turnovers early in the game. Does it feel like one where you guys should have been up 10, 12, 14 at halftime?
Yeah, we certainly felt like it. 6-point lead, we just weren't satisfied with that, and really all it took was a couple threes in the second half, and the game was tied back up. We had a lot of empty possessions with the 17 turnovers, and then some layups that we missed that were basically point blank, that basically turned into like 20 turnovers for us. And in a conference tournament, you might be able to play bad and survive, but the way we played in the second half, we just couldn't survive the mistakes we were making.
Talk about quick points. Reagan got a couple quick threes right at the start of the second half. Can you talk about that? And that one that got him right back in it, as you said, and then they seem to just cruise out.
Yeah, I mean, they were really comfortable shots, and that was, I thought in the first half they had uncomfortable shots. I thought we did a good job there defensively. The second half they were very comfortable, and they were able to move the ball side to side, and again, we were just slow in some of our rotations, and we weren't getting those deflections, and or steals that we wanted. So, once Regan got that open three to start the second half, then it just put them into a great rhythm.
Billy, what's your assessment of the season, 15-15?
You know, we're never satisfied. I mean, we want to win the championship. So, you know, we're not satisfied with it. We want to be better.
How about you personally, Coach? What's your assessment of your job?
You know, I look back on this season, and I know where you're going with this. So, I mean, I look back on this season and for where this team was, you know, with losing Tyree Robinson, our starting point guard, you know, in May, and losing Aaron Adeoye, an all-freshman performer, in July, moving Jauwan Scaife to the point, position he had never played before. He has a career year. You know, for us to rally and get the 5th seed, I think this team did a lot of really special things. And I know it may not come across that way, and it may not be received that way, and I understand that. I get that. But I'm proud of what these guys did, and I would never back away from the effort these guys gave every single day. You know, Matt Kamenicki and Tyler Cook, you know, the multiple surgeries, missing, you know, the first half of the season. These guys really worked for us, and I'm proud of the effort they gave.
Thank you, Coach Taylor. Thank you.